different fun ways you can do it. I've seen them go through and just make booklets of all the multiples of 2s and all multiples of 3s on each sheet, and then just hole punch them together to make a booklet. Some children like to put them all on the same paper, where they could use different colors to circle the multiples of 2s, and then a different color for multiples of 3.
And it could circle the 3s and triangle the 4s.
Yeah. And then I also show another cool way where you take a ruler and you...
Why don't you show just one of those?
All right. Let's see. We'll do the 2s first. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. And they start to see it. Just then they don't go in order anymore.
Well, and where that gets interesting is, on the 7s and... So the 2s will make a neat pattern, but some of them won't make an obvious pattern.
Right, so... and this goes all the way to...
So you're going to say your multiples of 2s, you'll go through and recite what you did circle. Oh, I circled 2, 4, 6, 8, and check it, right? Show them how to go carefully to check it. So now she's going to triangle the 3s, everything that's a 3.
So hard to like that.
So endless things to do with the multiples of numbers paper.
And what's nice about this is you'll start to see more common multiples. You can see that I've circled and triangled 6.
Oh, that one's common. Common to 2 and 3.
This one has a pretty obvious pattern as well. And then if I had a ruler, then we could then draw lines through all the 2s.
Connecting.
Right. And then all the 3s, and you'll start to see.
Are on an angle.
Right. It'll be all on an angle.
So, and more multiples of numbers. And then I'm going to take a minute to bring tickets, but to look at the flat bead frame. So what's interesting about the flat bead frame, I'm going to turn it towards you, is that, again, now they're older. Fast forward, they're in the sort of, could be top, 2nd, 3rd, could be 4th. And what they're doing with the flat bead frame is they've taken a further level of abstraction. Let's just show you the further level of abstraction from the bead frame to the flat bead frame, still in multiplication. So, but how they've matched the simple family, the thousands family, and the millions family. Yeah, it goes to 100 million, right? And it's, again, white, gray, black. But the only place that you see the color coding, which we have all the way from the primary, you'll see that the number cards are holding their color code. So that's how the child's implanted that the units are always green, the 10s are blue, the 100s are red, and that gets carried all the way forward in many, many of the lessons. But here, because you're more abstract, you're in the middle of the elementary, you just have the little dot of color, right? So I didn't bring any strip of paper.